The Los Angeles Coliseum, once home to the Olympic Games and many of the most memorable moments in sports, and also home to the USC Trojans, who are prepared to fight on once again today. We've got a top 25 matchup on hand. Two of the premier teams in the land looking to make a statement that will resonate. As we'll see the number 20 team in the country, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on the fourth-ranked team in the land, the USC Trojans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Seminoles' long wait is coming to an end as they'll put a foot to it and the season will get underway. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Line gets set, first down. He'll try the left side. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain. For all of the star quality that USC has been built on, good offensive line, strong running game has always been a hallmark.
No doubt about it. I think they're built on, the passing game and explosive playmakers out wide, but they've always had that balance at USC. You got to have a little bit of the boring to go with the glitz and the glamour.
You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. The Trojans want to pick up the tempo. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. He's looking for a man on second down. Makes the grab. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
Love the play call here by the offensive coordinator. You can sniff it. You can smell in the air. Blood in the water. Now we're taking a shot. You've got the athletes to go execute. Just dial it up.
And the Trojans have it with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
So on offense, you've got to find a way to put 6 up on the board. You know that in this game, field goals may not get it done. So big-time players make big plays in big games. Who can you rely on right now to get you a touchdown?
Can the D deny them on second and goal? They'll go with a direct snap. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Trojans!
And that is what a team of this caliber is expected to do, right? They've got the better number beside their name by all the metrics, by a talent standpoint, coaching standpoint. They're the superior team, and they just drove the ball in the first possession of the game, and they looked like it. They're scoring a touchdown and asserting their dominance.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Tackle is made at the 28 after.
I tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job gang tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. They're bringing heat. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
That's a good example there.
On the play.
Defense, the DBs and linebackers are playing zone. They're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions. And then the pass rush, they win up front.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Quick pass on the fly motion. Crosses the 30. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
And I love right out of the gate, this offense is going to be creative, and they're going to try to get their best players the football out in the open field. You saw it right there.
And the Knowles have it with a 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole. A run up the middle is stuffed for no gain.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll give it to the back. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
And runs like that are like body blows in a boxing match. 4, 5, 6-yard gains early turn into 20, 30, 40-yard gains later. They really wear down defenses, and they test their physicality.
And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the 1st down before they finally get him on the ground.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the 1st down.
The Seminoles are moving quickly down the field. Going up top on 1st down. Fires one high and deep. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one.
Quarterback could not have walked that ball and placed it into the hands of his receiver any better. That was a perfect throw. Wide out, deep downfield. You got to finish the play.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Running behind that left side. Got room, just steamrolling the defense. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Looking to go up top on 1st down. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
After missing the connection last time, it's 2nd and 10 from the 22. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, and everybody won. They get the incompletion now setting up.
3 straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Unleashes one deep. And it's caught. Touchdown, Florida State.
And this offense gets on the board and the first passing touchdown of the season, and I feel pretty confident saying the first of many. This offense looks like they're in a good rhythm, and this passing attack's going to be hard to stop.
And the point after is good. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play call. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. Defense more than happy to take that free yardage. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the run. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of the spot.
The Trojans racing to the line in a hurry up.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion? And the Trojans are on the move.
Well, he hauls that pass in. Big play for the offense. The Trojans have had such a history at this receiver position, right? You go back to Mike Williams, Keyshawn Johnson, Juju, and then Jordan Addison. There's always a playmaker on the perimeter of the field for the quarterback to take advantage of, and they've got to keep...
And he motors into the zone. Touchdown, USC. Ready to try the point after. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. UCF steamrolled its way to victory. They scored off turnovers, they scored on gadget plays, an all-around masterpiece that'll give the folks in Orlando a ton of confidence. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. We'll see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Looking to take a shot. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. Touchdown, Seminoles. That is the ultimate grab and go for the score.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you've got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
He's looking for an open man on second down. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Showing the arm strength down the left side. And he's running in the open. Touchdown, Southern Cal. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
This offense is high octane, boy, and you just saw it. Not a lot of time needed for them to go all the way and score 6. Well done.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Final play of the quarter coming. Trying to find his man on first down. Using his feet to buy time. On the move, he fires. And that one's going to be knocked down, incomplete, and we have knocked out the first quarter. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Direct snap. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. What a job to lay out and make the catch. The Seminoles are in the hurry-up. Running back goes in motion. A quick touch pass to the receiver. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. Stuck with a running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. He's going to pass on 2nd down. He's moving out of the pocket. He'll pull it down and run. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Man, that's a really good job by the defense because when you get in that 3rd and medium area, listen, you've got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both. Got it stopped. Now forcing a 4th down.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. Finds his man enough for the 1st. And not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the 1st down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the 1st down. He need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. He'll pull it down. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
Quarterbacks are, there's so many adjectives to describe them. Calm, cool, collected, accurate, so on and so on. But a lot of times it's just smart. Understanding the situation, the down and distance, and knowing where that 1st down marker is. Great job going to get that 1st down, new set of downs.
Well, he was trying to do it all by himself. At the end of the day, it's a tackle.
I mean, the number of tackles he broke, at some point, somebody's got to get blocked to help the guy out a little bit.
Man, the defense was like a bunch of zombies on that last play. They just would not stop chasing that ball carrier.
Makes the grab, and he's dragged down. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can't pick up the 1st without scoring. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
And the defense has given up some plays, some passing yards on this drive. You want to stop that? Nice job rushing the quarterback, making him feel a little bit of pressure and getting him on the ground and now getting him behind the sticks.
They might need a telescope to find the 1st down marker, but they'll go for it on 4th down. Unloads to the right. Give him 6. Touchdown, no! Boy, these offenses are just making it look easy.
Defense optional in college football nowadays. So many weapons, so much speed on the field, so hard to defend. Defense, I don't know how you play it. I really don't. Just try to get a stop. Beg for one, please.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with a touchdown toss from the 23. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner will be knocked down. ball back and sending the offense onto the field. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
Now the defense will try to rise up on 3rd and short from the 21. Snap it to the back. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down. The Trojans want to move quickly. Fast motion from the offense. Little touch pass to the receiver. Crosses the 40. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And the Trojans are on the move. Looking to move it through the air. Using his legs to buy some time. And he makes the grab, but he's out of bounds. Incomplete pass.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And listen, he sailed and he overthrew, but I might have surveyed the middle of the field a little bit better there.
This offense has a 2nd down play. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to do.
And he's got it at the 15-yard line. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. The aerial assault continues. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans!
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. That's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the extra point makes it a 28-21 score. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Michigan State pulled one out today on a day they clearly did not have their best. And that's a testament to those players there in East Lansing. That winning gene, I really believe it's a thing. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way. But I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. Second down coming up. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder, but the snapping the football, everybody being on time, man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling.
And they just kind of sneaked that one in there as a defensive guy, 3rd and 5+. I'm thinking pass. They were thinking pass, Palmer, and they slipped the run in.
And it's so nice then to have this guy at running back too, right? Because you could throw it to him on 3rd down or hand it off. And he's got the vision and the athleticism to go pick up that first, keep the drive going.
The Seminoles will line it up on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Going over the top. And he hauls it in at the 30. He's loose down the left side. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Florida State.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
And it was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
1st down here for the offense. Handoff from the gun. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. Right back to the well. And he finds enough running room, and he's marked down at the 20. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play. Clock running. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. Still running at the 40. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
He wants to throw. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Let's see if they go back to the air on 2nd down. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Pocket starts to collapse. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
This QB has had a lot of success all day long, throwing for so many touchdowns, looking very comfortable. Finally, the defense gets to him. Finally, the defense gets a win. They needed something to go their way. Got to start getting some more hits on this guy.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Pressure coming. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. The defense calls the timeout. Their 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together. The Trojans will go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Uncorks it. Makes a grab enough for the 1st. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Now from inside the red zone.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center nowadays in football. You can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate. And you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can't pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
You know, timing is so important in the RPO game, especially on third down. Quarterback and receiver just didn't have it there, and now it's fourth down.
This offense has already converted once on fourth down. Can they do it again? They'll try to pick up the first. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Clock still running, almost certainly the last play of the half. On second down, looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. He makes the catch. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Kickoff and kickoff return teams on the field, and we're just about ready to go in the second half. Oh, he's going to take a chance and bring it out. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half. He's loose. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Well, on that one, they decide to attack the left outside on the ground, and you see the speed by the ball carrier there, Reese, picking up a huge chunk of yards.
Now, I can't imagine any reason they wouldn't just run that play again.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Why not just go back to the well one more time?
And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
A first down sack can be a drive killer. Now it's 2nd and 13. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
Well, you got to give the defense a lot of credit on this play because they were doing a nice job understanding who had the football and where they were. So nice job by the defense rallying around that ball carrier and now not giving up the first down.
And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here.
And big-time play by this defensive line, setting the line of scrimmage, getting the stop, forcing the fourth down. Now, I think I got a pretty good idea, Palmer, that, well, if you're calling plays, well, I'm calling plays. Well, really, if anybody's calling plays, I'm thinking green light.
Yeah, so let's see if the defensive line can do it again. You just saw it on that last play. Can they bow up one more time, make a game-changing and a momentum-changing type play to give the football back to their offense? And that's a play the defense has got to be able to make, guys, right there on fourth down. You're in the third quarter, second half. You're playing at home, and it's a close game. You've got a huge opportunity to seize momentum. And you just get the feeling that that momentum is going to be a big factor here in the second half. Someone had to step up and make a play, and they just couldn't get it done.
You see, this is what great defenses do. Great defenses swarm to the football. So when you do miss a tackle, it's not the end of the world. There's another guy right there to wrap him up. Great defenses seem like they got 12 guys on the field. Nice job swarming to the football, engulfing the running.
Nothing but green ahead. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. give him 114 yards on the ground, and with that run, he eclipses the 100-yard mark in this season opener. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Seminoles.
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line, understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
And the extra point was made without incident, and we're tied up here in the 3rd. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these...
He's got it down the left. Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense.
It's a really nice job out there making the catch. I feel like fans are always expecting one of these Trojan receivers to be in the conversation and be the best in the country, right? Because of the success they've had in the past and certainly in more recent years. There's a lot of pressure to play that position now at the Coliseum and at USC. But this guy right here, he has been making his mark on this offense.
Comes out throwing on 1st down. Flushed out of the pocket. And he just chucks it into the 4th row.
And that goes down as an incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously, so he's outside the tackle box, as he knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Lived to fight another down.
Picks up the 1st down, still moving. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run. And the Trojans come to the line in the hurry-up. They'll go with the direct snap. Touchdown, USC! And with that, they've got the lead here in the 2nd half.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And he made the extra point without problem. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. So much for the touchback. Here he comes. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line of scrimmage. I am not going to let them have that kind of drive again.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Trying to make magic with his feet. He gets the job done, picking up the 1st down, then getting down. How about this dude going off script for the Noles? Not necessarily known for his running ability.
Hey, make plays when they're there, right? I think that's one of the most important qualities of a quarterback is being able to make the right decision at the right time. And listen, they've had some great ones at Florida State. Looking for that next great one to take them over the top.
Going to throw it over the top of the deep. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught. But how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. Still on his feet at the 35. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and is going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that first down.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating them up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
Wants to fire on second down. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying around.
He lets one fly deep. And the misconnection on third down.
Well, in the first half, this offense was up and down the field. It seemed like everything they were dialing up was working. And here we are in the third quarter, and there's a very rare incompletion on their own end of the field. Maybe that's the play the defense needs now to spark some momentum.
On fourth down, going to the air. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on down.
And listen, obviously, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on fourth down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation, and he's got confidence in him. That time they weren't able to come up with it. I'm curious to see what this guy does if they're in a similar situation as this game moves on.
Really good job by the defense taking away the deep ball. Remember, you can roll those corners up, or you can roll those corners back. You want to take away the deep ball, keep them back deep. You want to take away the shallow stuff, bring them up tight on the line of scrimmage.
They'll try again on second down after the incompletion. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And they pick up just one. It'll be 3rd and 9. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Quarterback checking off. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35.
You got to give the defense tons of credit because we know how much speed this quarterback has. That time you saw the pursuit. They were able to bring him down for a big loss on the sack.
This is hardly a surprise after converting their first 2 fourth down attempts. They'll try it again. He turns that loose down the right side. And is going to be batted down. They'll turn it over on downs.
I love when defenses are smart enough to swat the ball down. Don't go for the pick, especially on 4th down. They knock it down. You get the ball anyways. Nice job by the defender.
They'll throw it on 1st down. Coming after it. And the quarterback is snowed under.
This defensive end is an animal. He already has 2 sacks, and we're only in the 3rd quarter. I'd move him around a little bit more defensively so that the offense has no idea where he's lining up. Because right now, man, he is feasting.
That is the last thing you want on 1st down as an offensive sack. Now it's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
They've already got a bunch of sacks on them today and another quarterback pressure. This offense has to try to find a way to get the ball out a little bit quicker, to protect the quarterback a little bit more. Whether it's screens, whether it's draws, whether it's rolling your quarterback, something has to change for this offense to protect the quarterback a little bit better.
Got his man quickly. And that's not going to be a 1st down. He stopped just millimeters away from moving the chains.
Man, this quarterback has been dialed in all game long. He's making outstanding decisions, and he's been so accurate throwing the football. He's now got over 350 passing yards.
On fourth down, trying to keep the drive alive with the run here. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down. And the Seminoles moving quickly to the line. Direct snap. Shakes off the defender.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, USC 42, Florida State 35.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
And that is a major reason why this team is losing the football game. They can't protect the quarterback. They can't generate big plays in the passing game because up front, they're getting beaten time and time again.
On third down, he drops to throw. Blasted as he lets it go. The receiver was doubled, and they picked it off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. With jet sweep pass. And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Here comes the offense on first down. He wants to throw it. Fires to the wideout. It's caught. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Now second down as they try to run this clock. They'll go to the ground. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Ball's at the 27. It's 3rd and short. Can they avoid making that 4th down decision? They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
They'll throw it on first down. Working that left side now.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
This offense could not have executed in this situation any better, just draining some time off the clock. Made a little something out of that run. He picked up a couple down to the 14.
They're strong and they're scrawl. Defensive tackles, they're scrawl. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
Quarterback will audible. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. And the defense knew exactly where that first down line was, and they stopped him short.
Well, they come up short. It's now going to set up 4th and 1. If I'm this offensive coordinator, I'm finding who's my biggest, most physical back, the guy that I can trust to get north and go get me this first down.
And so I'm bringing all the big bodies in on the defensive line, and I'm making sure I get a little bit of penetration so I don't let that big running back get downhill so he can fall forward, so he can get momentum going. Big-time 4th down and short coming.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. On 4th down, flexing that muscle in the run game. They stop him short, and now they'll get the ball back here in the 4th quarter.
And how about the defense coming up big on 4th and short? Run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down.
Can anyone catch it? And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line. Most important part of a clutch drive, piece together some first downs, get in position, and here they are on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. And they took a shot on that one but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
This really has been a masterclass by the quarterback with decision-making, right? We've already seen him throw multiple touchdown passes in the game. He's understood when to take his shots and when to throw it away when things aren't there, like on that last play.
On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection this time. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game.
And that is a play the quarterback would love to have back. You cannot take a sack in that situation because the clock's still running right now. And that's a situation that they practice all week long in these 2-minute type drills.
And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th.
It's 4th down. They need a touchdown, but they have to do a better job in pass protection. They've given up back-to-back sacks. That's the critical factor here on this 4th down play.
He wants a big play here late. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
And this offense does not come up big. Man, you needed that first down. And listen, the communication with this offense and the execution has left a little bit to be desired, and especially in a big moment right here when you had to have a score and you had to have the 4th down conversion.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll run it to the right. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Ball at the 38, the defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. Touchdown, Southern Cal! And they take it in for 6 more points.
You know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating. You think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are. You're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning.
He's going to let it go. And trying to put points on the board on